I'm Karen G. Johnston, and I'm reading to you from Braver, Wiser's Finding Our Way Out. It begins with a quote from Terry Tempest Williams from her book Refuge: An Unnatural History of Family and Place. I pray to the birds because I believe they will carry the messages of my heart upward. I pray to the birds because they remind me of what I love rather than what I fear. An earnest 6-year-old once informed me that hummingbirds must have nectar every 10 minutes, so I knew the situation was urgent. I had walked into an empty old house that was not entirely empty. A hummingbird trapped inside was frantically trying to get out the quickest way it knew how. Follow the light, head for the sky. Yet window panes would not yield. The front door already opened, I opened another wide, hoping to increase the chance of escape. The bird, its wings a thrumming blur, moved away from the window. For the briefest moment, I thought it might find its escape. It did not. Instead, it flew further into the house, drawn to a different closed window. I climbed awkwardly on the back of a couch next to the window, and when I reached the high sash, I beheld the hummingbird, a worrisome lack of motion. It was alive, but exhausted. I took the bird in the nest of my 2 human hands. As I cupped my hands around this tiny sentient being, it yielded. There was not much else it could do. Such is the case with surrender. It is the last thing, often the only thing available. And so we give ourselves to it. We fear it is our end. Sometimes, with grace or luck, we find it is our liberation. I walked that bird to the outside, stopping at a tall, branch laden bush. I stuck my hands into its depths and opened them wide. In the time it took my heart to skip a beat, that bird jumped into the nest of the bush, then into the world beyond. Surely this was a time for exultation. Yet I found myself sobbing, surrendering to a crest of emotion I could not name then, still cannot name now, but could only ride and allow to flow through me.